And here you see that these are all stocks which are currently gaining momentum and are heading to the top right to outperform the market. In this case, it is the SPX. I can put in here also something else, whatever I like. But of course, for the stocks, a nice benchmark is the SPX. I found now a way to screen with the relative rotation graph for some interesting stocks. And yeah, so first of all, what I'm doing as always is that I have a briefly look here at the asset allocation graph or the relative rotation graph with the asset allocation settings. And that means that I first look here at the different asset classes we have. And we start here with the first one. So generally, I look for outliers here. And then you can see that we have on the right side here with the small point, the S&P. And that means, so that is a proxy for the stocks. And we measure this against the VBINX, what is a Vanguard Balanced Index Fund, what is an ETF built out of 60% stocks and 40% bonds. So that should be an equal weighted ETF, but in my opinion, they have to rethink it again because, in my opinion, maybe something like a volatility indicator or asset would be nice to see in this ETF, or maybe I will build something on my own to have a better measurement also for the volatility in the market to both sides. And anyway, so at the moment we have here the Balanced Index Fund as our benchmark, what you see here on the right side. And so we compare these individual assets against the benchmark and of course against each other. And there you see that the S&P is currently the leading market. You see that we made here a small turnaround and are coming or heading back here into the first quadrant. What means that we are here on the x-axis, we've got the relative strength and here the relative momentum, and that the S&P is actually outperforming the market here on relative strength and momentum. So that means generally I would look then in the stock market to outperform the whole market, and or that is how institutionals think when they are looking for their alpha. But of course, also what I see is that the commodity markets, here classified with DJP, what is the Bloomberg Commodity Index, and GSG, what is the Goldman Sachs Commodity Index. The Goldman Sachs one is a little bit more heavy on energy and crude oil markets, but they are making a nice turnaround here, what would indicate for me that momentum is coming into the energy market or commodity market, which was a little bit lagging over the last weeks. And so this would mean for me that I can maybe make some nice button picking or have some nice entries for long in these markets. What is interesting for me too is that I see that the US dollar is currently also moving in sync with the commodity market. Actually, that should be a little bit different, Brian, isn't it? That the dollar and the commodities normally negatively correlated with each other. But maybe it is because the economy is working well at the moment. Yeah, the strength of the dollar obviously doesn't care here in the commodity market at the moment. Let me show this scan then in an RRG. And here you see that these are all stocks which are currently gaining momentum and are heading to the top right to outperform the market. In this case, it is the SPX. I can put in here also something else, whatever I like. But of course, for the stocks, a nice benchmark is the SPX. And then I go in TradingView and look if they match my entry criteria or levels. And of course, because here in this screener, this is just a technical screener, of course, I also have to double check on Finviz, for example, for their fundamentals, if I see a red flag or if everything is okay. And so this way I here index, for example, and this is also one by you. So index, So this looks like a small stock, but yeah, maybe we have to check. But what I see here is volume speaks volume. So we are here. Okay, this is penny stock, but we see some serious volume coming in here. HTO. Oh, okay, this was a little bit too low, but where is it? This one was not bad. Oh, okay, I see it breaks out already because when I screened it yesterday, we were here. And so today it made already 6%. Then we have this one. This was also nice. What caught my attention here is that that I saw that we had an uptrend, then we had a correction just directly to the value area low, and we just have what here? Also the reload zone. And so this broke out. Maybe this was the correction or the retest already, but I would also count it as valid if we hit this high or somewhere around this range again. And this looks like we turn around. Maybe this would be also interesting. I think the fundamentals on this one were also not bad. So BBW. So you see that, 14 million shares outstanding. Now, okay, price to book ratio could be a little bit lower, but when it comes down, maybe this will get a little bit better. Debt, okay, is also would be nice if it would be below 0.5, but otherwise I see a lot of green here, especially in the PE, so price to earnings ratio. So they earn money, they have sales, and it's actually quite a small stock at the moment. So and you find a lot of these ones in the screener, and I will post you later on this the results here, and so you can check them, and if you find something interesting, just let me know. This was also one which looked interesting, and to be honest, a friend of mine, he is managing a fund, and he's managing quite a lot of money, and he mentioned that he finds this one interesting, a hint with a flag, and when he gets in some stocks, there are some zeros behind it. So could be interesting. I didn't make the research, but yeah, so it is in a reload zone, and so we had some bottom. Okay, it has really short story at the moment, but it can be interesting.